Hello and welcome to Unscripted, the show where it flows. Nobody knows, not even me. It's unscripted, just like life. And today is even extra unscripted. So typically when I come on, I have an idea. Something comes to me that I want to have an unscripted conversation with you about. Today, that did not happen. So this morning, I'm thinking, what am I going to come on here and connect with you about? And nothing came to me. And in that moment, I had all the thoughts. So I ask you to reflect upon this for yourself and see if anything hits home with you when you have these moments as well. So at first it was, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go live. I don't have anything to say. So thinking about not going, no one's really going to notice. I don't need to show up today. And knowing within that, yes, I do. This is a commitment I made to you and to myself to show up, to keep showing up regardless of what, right? Regardless if I know what I'm going to say or not, hence unscripted. It's about continually showing up. And then I thought, maybe I should call somebody, reach out to somebody and say, what do you think I should talk about? And then that brought me back to, wait a minute, that's just like one of our unscripted episodes. Are you making your decision based on what other people think you should do or what you know within? So I came back home to myself, centered within, got still enough to ask, what am I meant to show up for today? What am I meant to share? What wants to flow through me? And in that moment, I had the thought, how many times do you not show up or not want to show up because you feel not ready? You feel underprepared or not prepared, and you think you can't do it because you're not ready, you're not prepared, you don't know what you're going to say. Maybe you want to write a book, but you have no idea what to even write it about. Maybe you want to share your voice and express your message, but you have no idea what that message is. Maybe you got invited to go somewhere, but you don't feel ready to go. It could be so many different things in life. So I invite you to take a moment and reflect upon, where might you stop yourself or not show up to things because you feel you don't know what you need to know, you feel underprepared, you feel not ready. So then you don't show up. So that would be like me not showing up today. That can appear in so many different places in our life. I can tell you I have done this likely numerous places in my life because I would often feel that I need to be prepared, that I need to be ready, that it needs to be good enough, that I need to be good enough. All of these different things. What if I fail? And then as I reflected on that, think about that. What really is failure? What is falling? What is failing? Because when we reflect upon failing, like for me today, taking this example, what if I fall? What if I fail? What if I come on and I'm just like, hi, I don't have a topic. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. So, hi. And it's awful in my eyes. And I stop. And then next week I come back and I do it again. Now, to me, I'm failing because of my own expectations. I expect that I'm going to make an impact. I'm going to be inspiring. Something good is going to flow from me. I'm putting pressure on myself for that. Or I'm taking on somebody else's expectations. I'm believing that you expect something from me and I'm not delivering. So that's my idea of failure. I didn't measure up to an expectation. But is that really failing in life? Is not meeting expectations really failing? Because if we reframe that and look at that, say I come on and I fall, I fail. And somebody's watching who really wants to show up too, but is afraid they're going to fall or they're going to fail. And then they see me do it, and then they see me come back and either do it again and again and again, but keep showing up, or I show up again and it's okay. And then is that really failure? Or is that an opportunity to inspire someone, including yourself, to have the courage to keep going and inspiring someone else that might think, I'm not ready, to see that and say, oh my gosh, she wasn't ready, but she still showed up. And she failed or fell, but she got up and did it again. So I can do that too. She survived. She did it. I can do that too. So by simply showing up, we are saying yes to life, and we're showing up and showing other people like show up too. So I invite you to reflect upon, where are you not showing up because of these different things? Where do you want to show up? And how can you show up in the not knowing, in the not ready, in the not prepared? Because if you even think about a child learning to walk, they fall, but they get up and they walk again, and they fall and they get up and they go again. So there really is no failing. There's just experience, showing up and experience and getting better at everything, and showing up not ready, saying yes to life. Again, like a child, if you think about being a child and someone says, hey, do you want to play? Yes, I want to go play. Without even knowing what they're playing, if you know how to play the game that they're playing, you just have that inner trust and that inner yes, that you just want to say yes to life and show up and try and learn. Say you want to dance. Do you show up to those lessons not knowing the steps? And then you learn and you show up. So how can you keep showing up in life not knowing? So that's completely the unscripted today. Just how can you show up and let life flow through you without knowing, without feeling prepared? Because are we ever really, truly ready? Are we ever truly, really prepared? Do we ever really, really know? Or do we just believe so? So I invite you to reflect today upon, where are you feeling called to show up or to say yes to or to do, and yet you're holding yourself back because you think you're not ready yet. There's more you need to know. You're not prepared. Anything like that. So I just invite you to reflect upon that and ask yourself, how can you cultivate the courage to do it anyway? To show up, not knowing, not feeling ready, to just say yes to life. If you'd like more behind the scenes tips and messiness and shrewness and where the party's at, where we continue the conversation and have pop-up coffee and convo calls to connect together, I invite you to head over to lovebobbiejo.com and grab your free backstage pass. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed day, and go ahead, show up, not knowing, not being ready. You're more ready than you believe you are, and yeah, just say yes to life and have fun. Sending you lots of love. Thank you for joining me.